I've spoken a lot about the location, how much it matters in recent weeks, where I like to go, how I decide where to go with the camera. There's still one question left unanswered though. How do I find these locations? How do I find spots to visit in the first place? The world, it's an open book. Learning to understand it, that is the fun bit. Today I want to share with you how I find the locations to head out to with the camera. When I'm at home, when I'm doing my research, I'll have Google Maps open. When I find a location worth visiting, I'll pin it on the map. Sometimes I won't even do it though until I've been out to the location in question. After all, why head back to a location that in the past has been an utter failure? Anyway, this morning I'm out once again for sunrise. I'm not going to get any of that morning colour out here at Darland Banks this morning. It doesn't matter though, I'm out with the camera, I'm in my element, that is all that matters. Let's take a step back though. Darland Banks is a location that's not far from me, just 10 minutes from my home. Somewhere that I debated coming out to for a while. I only made the trip out here for the first time last year. It's one of those places where you've always got a nagging feeling at the back of your head. Is it actually worth coming out here in the first place? It's a location that I found through local knowledge, but it's also one of my favourite types of location to explore in the first place. You see out here, it's a nature reserve. Those and country parks, great places to get out and explore with the camera. They've often got designated walking trails, and more often than not, from my past experience, you can come across some great sites, you can come across some great subject matter worth shooting. Talking of walking routes, and that brings me on to the next option that I like to rely on, that I like to use when I'm doing some research, and that is making use of the likes of hiking apps such as All Trails, Komoot and OS Maps, often taking you into the depths of the countryside, taking you along footpaths, taking you out into landscapes that you maybe never even knew existed. One thing I love mainly about the All Trails app, I used it a lot when I was planning my trip to the Lake District, because what you can do is you can see images that other people have shared when they've been out walking, so you get to see what the landscape is like before you even go there, whether it's worth it or not in the first place. I knew there'd be a type of subject that I'd forget when talking about nature reserves and country parks. National Trust English Heritage Sites. Brilliant source of inspiration, and some of them, like Cauldron Longbarrow, they're free to access at any point in the day. Perfect if you're getting out for golden hour. You want those lovely sunrise, sunset shots, even at the height of summer. My next point, which kind of ties in to the last about hiking trails, is of course social media and the likes of Instagram. Don't underestimate it, because of course it's a great source of information. Finding a location, going on Instagram and seeing what other photographers have captured from that same location in the past just gives you a bit of an insight as to whether the location's worth visiting. And the other thing to consider with social media, and it's not just Instagram, you get 500px, you get Flickr, there's a few websites for photographers. There's not many. That's one minor frustration, but we won't get into that today. But one other positive is the fact that if it's a pro that's taken the shot, it could be from a honeypot location. You might think to yourself, yeah, I really want to go there and shoot something similar. maybe it's to a less than well-known location and the shot is taken by an amateur. And I hate to sound arrogant here, but you might look at it and you think, that's a good subject, I could go there, I could do better. However, all of these locations that I've mentioned, all of these ways that I find new places to visit with the camera, it's never enough. There's always one important step that I undertake before I head out to that location, before I even pin the location to my personal Google Maps. And that is, I'll go and check out the Google Maps, the satellite imagery. I'll look around, have a top-down view, see what I can find, see what is around in that particular area, see if it's worth visiting in the first place. And also the beauty of Google Maps, it's why it's so important for me. You also get those images that people can upload. Sometimes they even upload drone shots, so you get a kind of different perspective of the whole countryside as a whole, rather than just one physical spot like where I'm standing now. And Google Maps is so important because of the different subject matter that you can come across, that you can find, like the ruined marshes that I went out recently to, and I found those ruined buildings out there. Google Maps, like I say, it can be the difference in having a great trip out with the camera and it being a complete waste of time.